Rumors are swirling in NFL circles, and they're growing louder by the hour. Could Micah Parsons, the dynamic linebacker of the Dallas Cowboys, be on the verge of a shocking move to the San Francisco 49ers? While nothing has been confirmed officially, insiders and sources close to the situation suggest that something is brewing behind the scenes. The idea of Parsons wearing the iconic red and gold is sending waves through both fan bases. Dallas fans are understandably nervous, while Niners supporters are cautiously excited. The NFL offseason is known for its surprises, and this one could rival the biggest shockers in recent memory. Parsons, who has been the cornerstone of the Cowboys' defense, is widely seen as one of the most disruptive forces in the league. With his rare combination of speed, power, and instincts, he changes the game on every snap. Hey, if there's even a hint of truth to this chatter, it would mark one of the boldest defensive moves in recent years. What could have triggered this possibility? Some point to contract tensions, others to philosophical clashes within Dallas's defensive staff. Whatever the reason, the whispers are getting louder, and the NFL world is watching closely. Could this truly be happening? The possibility of Micah Parsons joining the 49ers is electrifying for several reasons. First, the fit seems almost too perfect to ignore. San Francisco's defense is already one of the most feared in the league, boasting stars like Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and Talanoa Hufanga. Adding Parsons to that unit would be akin to throwing gasoline on an already roaring fire. His versatility would allow defensive coordinator Nick Sorensen to unleash even more exotic looks and pressures, making life a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. The idea of Bosa and Parsons coming off opposite edges would give even the most poised QBs cold sweats. Beyond the X's and O's, the culture fit is intriguing. Parsons is known for his intensity, his leadership, and his desire to win, traits that align seamlessly with the 49ers locker room. It's not just about adding talent, it's about adding the right kind of talent. Sources say that the 49ers front office has been quietly monitoring Parsons' situation for months. With the Cowboys recently undergoing internal reshuffling, some speculate this might have opened a window. Could the 49ers be ready to pounce? It's too early to say definitively, but the smoke is definitely thickening. Of course, a move like this wouldn't come cheap. The 49ers are no strangers to blockbuster trades, but prying Parsons away from Dallas would require significant capital. We're talking multiple first-round picks, possibly a player or two, and a commitment to one of the largest defensive contracts in NFL history. That said, the Niners have proven they're willing to go all in for the right player. Think back to the Christian McCaffrey trade. When the opportunity presented itself, they didn't hesitate. Parsons is younger, plays a premium position, and has a higher ceiling than almost any defender in the league. From a cap standpoint, the move would be tricky, but not impossible. The 49ers have structured contracts creatively in recent years, giving themselves room for maneuvers like this. And with Brock Purdy still on a rookie deal, there's a unique window where aggressive spending is possible. Dallas, on the other hand, might feel cornered. If Parsons has expressed frustration or hinted at wanting a fresh start, the Cowboys could be exploring their options behind closed doors. While it's not the kind of move Jerry Jones typically makes, we've seen stranger things in the NFL. There's also the narrative aspect to consider, and it's juicy. Imagine Parsons, once the face of America's team, now suiting up for their playoff nemesis. The 49ers and Cowboys share one of the most storied rivalries in football history. Their postseason clashes in the 90s defined a generation of football, and the tension has only grown in recent years. Parsons jumping ship to San Francisco would add a dramatic new chapter to that saga. Think of the headlines, the fan reactions, the locker room energy. Every Cowboys 49ers matchup would become must-watch television. It wouldn't just be another game. It would be personal. Some insiders even speculate that Parsons, ever the competitor, sees San Francisco as his best shot at a Super Bowl ring. With the Cowboys' playoff struggles and questions surrounding their leadership, it's not far-fetched. He's a player who wants to win now, and the 49ers are built to contend. Could this be a case of a star realizing his time is now and choosing to write his own legacy? It's speculative, but the NFL thrives on these storylines. And this one could be unforgettable. Then there's the psychological warfare element. If the 49ers managed to land Parsons, it wouldn't just strengthen them, it would weaken one of their biggest NFC rivals. It's a double victory, a strategic blow to a direct competitor. San Francisco's front office has shown time and again that they think several moves ahead. Whether it's targeting specific draft picks or acquiring veterans at key moments, their moves are rarely reactionary. They're calculated, methodical, and often ruthless. Bringing in Parsons would follow that pattern. It's not just about this season, it's about shaping the NFC landscape for years. Some reports suggest the Niners have already had internal discussions about what their defense would look like with Parsons in the fold. Hypothetical? Yes! But these discussions don't happen by accident. In the chess game that is the NFL, you don't wait for the opponent to strike. You make the first move. If Parsons is even thinking about leaving Dallas, San Francisco might be the ideal landing spot. And if they pull it off, it could be the move that tips the balance of power in the conference. The league would never be the same. From a football standpoint, Parsons is a dream weapon for any defensive coordinator. He's the ultimate chess piece, able to line up as an edge rusher, a middle linebacker, or even drop into coverage like a safety. That kind of versatility doesn't just give you flexibility, it gives you unpredictability. Offenses have to account for him on every snap, which frees up everyone else. On a 49ers defense that already thrives on pressure and confusion, Parsons would elevate them to historic levels. Think Legion of Boom meets early 2000s Ravens. It's not hyperbole, it's the kind of impact he could have. Analysts have long said Parsons is a generational talent, and pairing him with talents like Bosa and Warner could be a once-in-a-lifetime alignment. If this rumor has legs, it could redefine how we view dominant defenses in the modern era. And for Parsons himself, the idea of playing with so many high IQ, high motor teammates could be extremely appealing. He wouldn't have to carry the load. He could thrive in a system that maximizes his strengths. It's the kind of scenario every elite defender dreams of. Off the field, this potential move carries weight as well. Parsons is already a media darling with a magnetic personality and a strong social media presence. Moving to the Bay Area would open new doors both commercially and culturally. He'd be in a major media market with opportunities in tech, entertainment, and endorsements. It's no secret that many athletes have flourished after moving to California. Think of what the Warriors did for Kevin Durant's brand, or what LA has done for stars in every sport. Parsons, still in the early stages of his career, could see this as a way to expand his platform. The 49ers have a strong national following, and being the centerpiece of their defense would only raise his profile. There are whispers that certain brands are already eyeing this possibility, prepping potential partnerships and campaigns. For someone as savvy as Parsons, this matters. It's not just about football. It's about legacy, lifestyle, and long-term impact. The move to San Francisco could represent more than a team change. It could be the beginning of a personal empire. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Financially, this is where things get really intriguing. Parsons is due for a massive payday soon, and Dallas knows it, but sources suggest that early negotiations haven't gone smoothly. There's talk that Parsons wants to reset the market, becoming the highest paid defensive player ever. The Cowboys, facing multiple other contract decisions, might be hesitant to meet those demands. The 49ers, however, could see this as an investment worth making. With a Super Bowl window wide open and a young quarterback on a cheap deal, they have the rare flexibility to swing big. And Parsons is the kind of player you swing big for. There are rumors that his team has quietly explored what a deal from another franchise could look like. Nothing official, of course, just feelers. But those feelers don't happen without reason. If Dallas is dragging his feet and San Francisco is willing to move quickly, that's a recipe for something real. The money will be massive either way, but the destination could define how the rest of Parsons' career unfolds. It's a high-stakes poker game, and both sides are starting to show their cards. Now, imagine the ripple effect across the league. If Parsons truly joins the 49ers, other NFC teams would be forced to react. Suddenly, the arms race gets more intense. The Eagles, Lions, and even the Cowboys would need to reassess their strategies. Draft boards would shift. Free agency targets would change. Coaches would lose sleep. Parsons is not just a player. He's a threat that changes how you build a roster. San Francisco has already been a step ahead in many ways, and this move could widen that gap. It would also send a clear message to the rest of the league. The 49ers are all in. There's no rebuilding here, no waiting for next year. They want to win now, and they're willing to pay whatever it takes. It's a psychological blow to the rest of the NFC. And if they do win the Super Bowl with Parsons in tow, it would validate every gamble. It would redefine what's possible when a front office trusts its instincts and pushes every chip to the center of the table. The dominoes could fall fast and violently. But what about Dallas? Let's not forget, losing Parsons would be seismic for them. He's more than just a player. He's an identity. Cowboys fans have rallied around him as the future of their franchise, the hope of a new era. If he leaves, especially to a rival like San Francisco, the backlash could be brutal. Jerry Jones would face serious questions, both from the media and from within his own organization. How do you recover from losing a generational talent in his prime? The team's morale could take a hit, and the locker room might fracture. And let's not underestimate how that affects Dak Prescott, who's already under immense pressure. Without Parsons anchoring the defense, the margin for error shrinks dramatically. It would be a statement, intentional or not, that the Cowboys aren't truly serious about contending. Fans are already frustrated with playoff failures, and this could be the final straw. If there's any chance to salvage the relationship, Dallas needs to act fast. But if Parsons has made up his mind, then the future may already be written in red and gold. At the end of the day, nothing is confirmed, but the rumblings are too loud to ignore. From front office whispers to cryptic tweets, from anonymous tips to body language at team events, it all points to something significant brewing. Whether it happens this week, next month, or in the next offseason, the possibility of Micah Parsons becoming a San Francisco 49er is no longer just a wild fantasy. It's a real, tangible scenario that has captured the imagination of fans and analysts alike. If it materializes, it could alter the balance of power in the NFL for years to come. It's the kind of move that defines an era, one that echoes out through highlight reels and Hall of Fame speeches. And while we wait for the dust to settle, one thing is clear. This story is just getting started. The NFL never sleeps, and neither do its rumors. Micah Parsons to the 49ers. It might not be official yet, but in the world of football possibilities, it's already one of the most compelling what-ifs we've seen in years. Stay tuned, because this could get very real very fast. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.